Javier Palomares runs the U.S. Hispanic Business Council. He represents thousands of Latino business owners across the country. And here's what he told NBC News this week about the president that they helped elect. He said, the very guy that we thought would fix things for me and make my life better, well, these circumstances are even worse now. Oops.
Whoopsie.
Now, Palomares represents the very business community that swung towards Donald Trump in 2024 because they believed that he would lower the costs, lower the price of eggs, help the economy, and be a president that would be good for businesses, specifically theirs. So they bought it, hook, line, and sinker. And now they're finding out that the very product that they paid for is defective. Oops. So today we're talking about some buyer's remorse and the folks who are now admitting that, oh no, we made a terrible mistake. So let's get into it. According to new polling, support for Donald Trump among the Latino business community has plummeted from 69% to 39%, a 30-point collapse from a community that was one of his signature 2024 success stories. The demographic shift the entire post-election narrative on the right was built around. NBC's Valerie Castro went down to southern Texas this month. She went to the border counties that flipped red in 2024 and found Latino business owners, describing their buyer's remorse. Again, in 2024, a lot of Latino business owners broke for Trump on one issue, and that would be the economy. They said, don't worry about it. He's a businessman. He's gonna do it. He's going to cut your costs, get the big government out of your hair. It's going to do the law and order thing, stop the crime and get the criminal illegal aliens out of the country. How'd that all turn out? Well, let's start with the economy. Since January, Donald Trump has imposed or proposed tariffs ranging from 10 to 25% on countries all across Latin America, with the highest 25% hitting goods imported from Mexico, our southern neighbor. Now, here's why that matters to this specific community. See, according to a 2022 survey out of Texas A&M, nearly half of all Latino-owned businesses that do more than $10,000 in annual sales either import or export to operate. So you can see how a tariff would kind of hit them hard. Juan Corpus runs the Wisconsin Latino Chamber of Commerce, boasting a membership of more than 200 businesses. He said that Trump has caused the costs for those businesses to go way up and said, look, hey, those costs, they got to be passed off to somebody else, which is you. And then, of course, there's the second hit in all this. Natalie Andrade co-founded their Mercedera Market in Milwaukee, a pop-up marketplace that has worked with thousands of Latina entrepreneurs to help bring in extra cash. She told WPR that she had used to host more than 30 different markets a year. And this year, a lot fewer. And it's not because there's no demand. It's because people are afraid to show up. You see, alongside the tariffs came the immigration raids. In Wisconsin alone, ICE arrests from January through July jumped 22% over the year before. In Chicago, a single operation racked up more than 1,500 arrests. And understand that this is not a sweep of hardened criminals. An analysis by the Migration Policy Institute found that as of September, 71% of the people ICE was detaining had no criminal convictions at all. So the fear in these neighborhoods isn't just baseless paranoia. It's real. Corpus described what that fear looks like day to day. It's got community members, friends, now acting as drivers for people who are too scared to go out in public themselves. One news story about an arrest 2 towns over, he said, and people recognize that it could be right outside their own doors. Now, when people are too scared to be seen in public, they stop shopping. They stop coming to the markets. They stop walking to the stores. They stop doing anything that could help, spur economic activity. Andrade described one of her own vendors who had packages stuck on hold since August. They couldn't ship new merchandise or sell any of it. So that was 2 engines of the same economy seizing up all at once. Cost of goods keep climbing while the customers are staying home. Now, here's the thing. A lot of these folks voted for the very thing that is now emptying their stores. We warned them. We said voting for Trump would be a disaster, and they didn't listen. Now, here's who we're talking about. In Wisconsin, nearly 90% of Latino-owned businesses, they have no employees. They are owner-operated. These owners tend to lean on personal savings to survive, and once those are drained, there's no safety net left underneath them. They voted for Trump, and now they're the ones getting obliterated by the so-called business-friendly president. Now, here's where that stops being a community's problem and becomes Donald Trump's problem. You see, that 30-point polling collapse ain't just a vibe. It is a voting bloc that is moving away from the Republican Party. The 2026 midterms are months away. The border counties of southern Texas that flipped red in 2024, the ones every conservative analyst held up as proof of a massive realignment, those are the exact places NBC found the remorse piling up. Palmarez didn't soften where this is headed. The owners he represents, in his word, are really rethinking the choices they made. And then he added the line that should worry every Republican strategist staring at that map. But we're kind of stuck right now. That's not to say that it's too late. Well, not too late for what? To rethink, to switch? To vote differently than they did in 2024? A realignment that took years to build is now completely falling apart. Because at the core of it, they didn't do what they had promised. There's a hard truth sitting in the middle of all this. The community that voted for this got higher costs, emptier stores, and a whole hell of a lot more of anxiety. Palmarez said that they thought that this was going to be the guy who was going to fix things and make life better for them. Instead, it did the opposite. And now, these business owners, they're stuck holding the bag and are counting the months until they can take it back. Now, if you appreciated this breakdown, please like this video. Subscribe to the channel and consider supporting us on Patreon or through our channel's membership program. Thank you for watching, and I'll hope to see you here for the next one.